One night in Idaho, the college murders. This was a documentary series that it was very tough for me to watch. I remember hearing the news about it back in 2022. But it wasn't until this documentary series that I really started to get the full effect about the ins and outs of this terrible tragedy that happened. For college students, popular college students, full of life students, according to friends, family friends, have described them: Ethan, Maddie, Zaina, Kaylee, I think that's her other name, 3 females, 1 male. This is one of the documentary series that it pissed me off. It also made me feel sad because when you hear news about young people dying so suddenly, I always think about the families. Out of all the episodes, I feel that the first episode and the last episode, episode 4, are the ones that really hit me, because although I don't have kids yet, I don't know if I will have kids, but I don't have kids yet. But I do have nieces and nephews, 3 boys, 3 girls. And I can't even imagine how devastating I would feel if something like that would happen to them. The way how they were brutally murdered. So all I could do is I pray for my nieces and nephews, and hopefully that they never have to go through that. Hopefully that my family, we never have to go through that. Because what this family had to go through in a small town where everybody knows everybody in Idaho, Moscow, Idaho, their whole lives changed because of this heinous crime. Their lives were never the same after that. They can push forward, they can move on, but it's never gonna be the same. It's a documentary series that I do recommend for anyone to watch. You learn a lot, it teaches you a lot. But no one deserves to go out the way that those 4 lives did. Social media, I have a love and hate relationship with social media, because there's a lot of people on social media don't realize that the things that they say have a consequence. You don't know what they can do to, from a psychological standpoint, you don't know what it could do to a human being. And you see so many, when this situation happened, when this murder took place, you saw a bunch of people just pointing fingers, accusing friends of the victims. That's one of the biggest downsides about social media, that you have some people that they can just go and voice their opinion on things that they don't even fully know about. Me as a content creator, as a sports writer, filmmaker, etc., I make sure that when I talk about something, I make sure that I'm not saying something that is completely out of bounds or out of line. I can critique on something, but there are certain boundaries that, there are certain lanes that you just have to stay. I feel a lot for the parents, the victims' parents, their friends. this story needed to be told, and I'm glad that the family members, the friends, people that I went to school with these college students, I'm glad that they participated in this documentary because their story needs to be told. And I'm glad that they were able to participate because you want to stop from other people to possibly going through what they went through. So I'm glad this story was told. But the level of hatred on social media, the accusations, there was just so many things that really pissed me about this documentary series. But when stuff like this happens, when a murder case happens, a lot of these cases, they take forever to get solved. Some of them, they even go unsolved. And it also, in this documentary series, it goes into deeper depth about the person responsible for this and their background. There's just a lot of sick people in this world. There's a lot of sick people in this world that they can't handle rejection. They can't handle... And I hate bullying. I went through bullying myself, not to the extreme magnitude like many people have gone through, but not too many people can be tough, or they have that strong will, knowing that they're gonna channel all of that, they're gonna use all of that for something better and make a difference. In my case, I was always strong-willed. I knew that I had someone to talk to, but I also had a high self-esteem. I always had a high self-esteem, and always talk to the man above and believe in him that everything has a lesson and a blessing in it. But once again, I'm glad that this story was told. And through 4 episodes, I'm glad that they broke it down to 4 episodes, because sometimes when you put it all in a full movie, it could leave certain things out. But I feel that the director and everyone behind making of this project, they did a good job in terms of getting as much people to interview and to tell the story the right way. This documentary series is on Amazon Prime. It was released this month, so I highly recommend it. And I just gotta let you know that prepare yourself emotionally, because if you have a heart, it'll trigger you. It'll trigger you. But it's a parent's worst nightmare to go through what these parents went through, and it's just tough. It's tough. My review for this documentary series from 1 through 5, I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5 stars.